What's up, everybody? Here I am again. Look what I have on. I have glasses on. Oh my God. Y'all didn't know I was blind, right? I'm blind. Nah, I'm just, you get that stage in your life where you need little glasses so you can see a little bit better. So I needed some glasses so I could see just a little tad better. But anyway, we're going to move on. I don't have to wear them all the time, but I just thought maybe I'll put them on for the next video so y'all can tell the difference between the first video and this video right here, okay? Got me? I'm AJ Copeland. This is Topics to Go. And I want to talk about fear. Don't be a friend of fear. Don't be a friend of fear. And I know a lot of times many of us have failed to accomplish many of our goals and our objectives because of fear. You know, some of us haven't even reached our goals and our dreams, because of fear, because of being afraid. Even I, let me tell you a little story. I don't get into a lot of history about myself, but I'm going to tell you a little story about me. The reason why I thought maybe I'd talk about this topic, fear, is because all my life I dealt with fear. And when you deal with insecurity issues, now let me explain something to you. What fear arises from, where fear comes from. It starts with rejection. And a lot of times it starts as a child when you were younger and people reject you. Whether it be your parents, whether it be your best of friends, whether it be your spouses, your lovers, your partners, whatever. When you have been rejected, when people have consistently told you you can't, and it has been implanted in your mind and in your thoughts, in your mind, your thoughts, in your heart of hearts of what you believe, based on other people's opinions, it places you in a position of being afraid. And what you fear is rejection, and what you fear is failure. And all that comes with doubting yourself, doubting that you can do this, that, or the other. I doubt I could do that, or I doubt. And you're really speaking somebody else's words. You're not really speaking your words. You're speaking somebody else's words that were given to you possibly when you were younger, and you have grown up and now you're an adult dealing with those same scenarios, those same things that you dealt with as a child or as a young adult. And that's why it's important that parents don't tell their kids you'll never be nothing or you'll never have nothing, because that's implanted in their hearts and in their minds. I don't care how angry you get with them. A lot of times women do that. Black women do that to their boys, because they get angry and they get upset with the dad. And if the son looks like the dad, it's even worse. And they tell their sons, you're not going to be anything, or you just like your daddy. And daddy was no good because daddy wasn't there. So to hear that you're going to be just like your daddy, and knowing that daddy was not around, and daddy was a deadbeat, and daddy didn't do anything, basically what you're doing, you're telling your child the same thing. You're a deadbeat, you're not going to do anything, and you're going to abandon your children. That's what you're telling your sons. And on the flip side of that, when it comes to females, sometimes women do the same thing to their daughters. When their daughters make mistakes, they tell them, all you're gonna be is knocked up and in the house with some man, and never gonna be able to accomplish anything because you're having all these children, you're having all these babies, you're never gonna be anything, you're never gonna have anything. There again, that cycle all over again. And that's the beginning of fear. That's the beginning of doubting yourself. And it goes from doubt to fear. And fear comes when the opportunity comes for you to accomplish the very things that people say that you cannot accomplish. That's when the fear comes. When the opportunities come to you to progress, or when the opportunities come to you to use your talents, your gifts that's on the inside, or to follow your vision and your dreams, you get afraid. And you're afraid because of what other individuals or people or family members have said to you and about you. And so you procrastinate and procrastinate and procrastinate and procrastinate until you never really accomplish anything at all. I can speak on this because here I am at this stage in my life. Had I not been afraid to succeed, had I not been afraid of failure, I would be much farther than where I am today. But I had to grow and I had to get past some things. I had to get past some things of my childhood experiences. I had to get past moments of rejection, moments of being challenged, my very existence being challenged. I had to get past those things. I had to forgive and move forward in my life. And so I began to start to take chances. Because one thing about a dream and a vision, I got a video that says, dreams and visions. One thing about a dream and a vision, it's all about a chance that you take. I don't understand how people can take chances on breaking the law. They can take chances in sets, but they can't take chances on following their dreams and visions and overlooking the things that people say to and about them. So I want to tell you today, don't be a friend to fear, because fear can block your progress. Fear can block you from moving forward in life. Now, there are some things you should be afraid of. You should be afraid to break the law. You should be afraid to have sex unprotected. You should be afraid to meet strangers in strange places. You should be afraid about certain things. But there is a fear, the fear that I'm speaking of is the fear that keeps you back and not move you forward in life. And being that you want to move forward in life, you don't want to allow certain things to cause you to fall. Because you're trying to come up. And if you're trying to come up, you don't want things to cause you to fall. So don't be afraid. Don't be a friend to fear. Now, what is the alternative to not being afraid of fear? The alternative is that always look at your life, look at where you are right now, and think to yourself, do you like where you are? And if you don't like where you are, then do you have a plan? And in that plan, do you know where you're going? Now, don't worry about if you're going to succeed. The question is, do you know where you're going? You see, when you get there, then you'll figure out how to succeed. But first, you got to travel. You got to make it there. And a lot of times, if you don't move forward, if you don't put any steps forward, then you're going to begin to stay stagnant where you are, and you're not going to accomplish any goals at all. And you're going to find yourself just sitting there. I'm speaking from experience, you guys or women. I'm speaking from experience. This is the type of things that I have experienced throughout my life. I move one step forward, I move one step back, I move one step forward, I move one step back because of the fear that I had on the inside as it relates to failure and rejection. But one thing you got to keep in mind, and I want to name a couple of people. When you think about people like Beyonce and Jay-Z and Kendrick Lamar and New Edition and Michael Jackson and Aretha and Patti LaBelle and Gladys Knight and Dionne Warwick and all these, Whitney Houston and all these people that we, Prince and all these names and all these famous names that we worship, all these people that we say, oh man, look at them, they're millionaires, they're famous, their music is great, it's off the chart, oh God, look at Rihanna, look at the number one, look at Nicki Minaj, look at Remy Ma, look at all these people, look at what they're doing, oh man, check them out, wow, they bad, and we praising and lifting them up and bragging about them and talking about them, and yet we're stagnant. We're not moving anywhere. We yet boosting people that already made it. But they got there. They didn't just get there overnight. They didn't get there. And I guarantee you, each of them had their share of fear. But they overcame their fear because they believed in their vision and they believed in their dream, and that's what they went after. What are you going to do? What are you going to do with your dream and your vision? Here I am, late stage in my life, doing what I love doing. But this didn't happen overnight. I didn't wake up one night and say, you know what, I'm going to do some YouTube videos. You know, YouTube been out for about 15 years. I knew YouTube when it first came out. But I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to do YouTube videos. Now I did various outlets and spoke in various places and, you know, motivational speaker and minister and all that kind of stuff and talk to people and all that kind of stuff. But I never did videos. I just started doing videos. This is my second year doing videos. But it was a progress. You know, and I can pout and, oh, you know, I waited so long. I'm old. I'm too late. You know, nobody's going to listen to me. Nobody's going to accept my videos. You know, I can cry like a crybaby. I can keep doing what I'm doing until it catch on. Now, I'm not getting paid for this. I'm not looking for no money. I'm just doing what I do because I love doing it. You know what I'm saying? I love doing it. So I want to say to each and every one of you, don't be a friend to fear, because fear can block your progress. I'm AJ Copeland. This is Topics to Go. I hope you like my glasses. I'm not wearing them again. Only on this video. Enjoy the moment. This is Topics to Go. I'm AJ Copeland. During you guys' free time, you know, whenever you have free time, please always remember, catch a topic or two. Later.